Hi there, it's Darlene the Travel Bug, and I have recently been challenged to pack my in flight comfort bag with baggies rather than the typical pouches that I normally use. And it's supposed to save some room, maybe some weight, maybe some space. Let's pack both and see which one comes out the winner. Stick around. All right, so first let's start with the bag. This is just a simple hanging toiletry bag that I had, and I decided to make this into my in-flight comfort bag. So it's already packed up with pouches. So let's take a look and see, first of all, how much does it weigh fully packed? So let's go ahead and take a look here. And I don't know if you can see, but it is 3 pounds, 14.3 ounces. Okay, so that's what we're starting with. All right, so first let's unpack the bag and we'll take everything out of the pouches and repack it into baggies and see if we have any difference in weight. All right, so first of all, let's try this side. All right, so my first pouch is just a little miscellaneous pouch. So the first thing that we have is my scissors, and we've talked about this before. So these should be allowed through security because they are under 4 inches from the tip to the pivot point. I know people have had issues with them in the past. Again, it's up to your discretion. I've flown with these many times, at least I'm thinking about 8 flights, and I've never had an issue. And then also I have some hand wipes and I have some glass cleaners for my glasses. So we're going to go ahead and get these put into a little baggie. Now these little baggies, I just got a whole bunch of them at the dollar store. I'm not sure how many are in a pack. There's like 30 of them or something. So I just keep these handy for these small little things to gather and corral them together. So I will put that in there and put this little baggie aside. Now you'll see that there's some things I don't pack in baggies. So my gum, for instance, and I always carry a pen because, you always have to sign documents or take notes, or you may have to do a declaration form. So I keep those handy. Also, that's not in a pouch is my power bank. I keep this with me. So some airlines will want you to keep this in your personal item bag. Others will let you put it in your carry-on, but never ever are they allowed to be in your checked bags. So check with your airline to see their rules. Next, I have my little Get Happy bag. So let's take a look inside this one, and we have medication. So I have a couple of packs of Gaviscon. I always keep some Band-Aids. I have some Gravol lozenges, a couple of cough drops. I have my eye drops to keep my eyes moist because it can be very drying on the plane. And then I have my medication. And typically what I keep in here is my melatonin, especially for long haul flights. I have Tylenol, I have Imodium, and then I have some gas relief. So let's pack them up. There we go, all packed up. And we're gonna set this one aside as well. All right, so next I have my little tech gear bag. And this is a very tiny little bag here. And I have my phone cord. I have my little charging cube. I use this at the airport, and it also has an adapter that I put in it so that it can adapt from USB to USB-C for my cord. And then I have this little thing here. So this is just something that will go around my neck, and I will put my earbuds in here so that they don't fall out of my ears. If they did, they would still be attached and I wouldn't lose them. All right, let's get these packed up as well. All right, all packed up. Let's get the next one. So next, not in any pouches, but I have my eye mask. I keep that handy. And I also keep my fan handy. Typically I'm cold on a plane, but sometimes I can get very hot. So I keep that handy, and it folds up nice and small, and then just put that in the bag in case. And I have needed to use it. I have my tissue, and then I keep my glass case. And my glass case, I also keep a cloth. But I have this, it's empty, and in case I want to take a nap, I can put my glasses in here and keep them safe. And they won't get scratched or lost. It's also good so that if I go to the beach later on, or, you know, on my trip, I have a safe place to put my glasses. The last pouch is my beauty bag. So I would take this. This is just one of those single-use toothbrushes that have the toothpaste on them already. They have a dental pick on them, and I've already used one, so I've just clipped it closed, and so I have one to use on my next flight. Hand lotion, again, it's very drying, so just any little bottle of hand lotion. I have a small little brush that folds out, and again, I have a mirror so I can check myself. I always keep some deodorant for freshening up. And then in here I have my day cream and sunscreen, and I keep that on me. So on the flight, like I mentioned, it's very drying. I make sure to take care of my skin. And also if it's a day flight, I put sunscreen on because those windows act like a magnifying glass for UV rays. And in this one, feminine needs, and also my lip balm. All right, let's get this packed up. All right, pack this one up too. Put it aside. All right, so the last thing that we're going to take a look at here is the outside pocket. And there I will keep my inflatable pillow. I always make sure to keep that handy. And then I usually keep coffee and electrolytes, and usually I have some granola bars or some snacks in here as well. Or in this general area, I can keep snacks. But right now, that's all I have. So we don't really need to do anything with this. We can just leave that already packed up. Okay, let's take a look at the weight. All right. So we're at 3.905 ounces. So pretty much 3.9. So there you have it. So as you can see, the difference between the pouches and the baggies is about 5.3 ounces. So for about the weight of an apple, you can choose to use baggies if that's something that you are more interested in, or perhaps it's just something that's more convenient for you. It's also, of course, clear, and you can see through it and you can know exactly what you're choosing. Now, next time I'm going to do another video, but this time I'm going to use a different kind of bag where pouches may actually be a better bet. But stay tuned to the next video and we'll go over that and see if it's something that maybe you would agree with. Until next time, friends, thanks for watching. Consider liking and subscribing. And as always, happy travels.